Or like somebody told me that every month when the bill comes, he just pays half. He does not pay complete. So you see, it's not just Umuahia, it's everywhere.
Well, let me say good morning to Umaya residents. Welcome to the reality of Aba residents.
Mm,
The residents of Aba have been screaming for the past 2, 3 years now. Okay, let me just say two
yeah,
years.
yes.
Conservatively speaking, for the past 2 years. And that's because ever since the turbines of geometric started turning, the story changed. People who would normally pay 5,000 naira, they are paying as much as 50, 60,000 naira. I don't think the problem has to do with, I think where the problem lies and is there's really no measurement. There's really no way to ascertain what people who pay that amount um, consumes. If the distribution company in Umuahia can afford to meter every customer, nobody would complain.
Mhm.
If you give the prepaid meter, and this month I decide that I will only use 5,000 naira, if it finishes, it is nobody's business. I can decide to use only my bulb at any given time. People, especially in Aba, will learn the hard way. You move around this part of Aba at night, even when there is power, the whole place will be so dark that sometimes you don't even know there is light or there is power. And that's because people have now realized that for them to save money, they must conserve electricity or power.
All right.
But the problem most residents, especially in Mumaya, face is they don't have prepaid meter. So they are at the mercy of the distribution company.
Estimated
At
bills.
the end of the month, whatever they give you,
You collect them like that.
there's no way to know if you consumed it or not. You will be forced to pay.
Hmm.
At the point before Abapower entered most of its customers, it was the same story here. They would bring crazy meter for you. Like you said, someone living in, even face me and face you're giving the person a bill of 50,000 naira. How? When the house rent for 1 year is 50,000 naira. I'm not saying 1 month though. 1 year house rent for face me and face you in some parts of this town is 50,000 naira, and the prepaid and the estimated bill for 1 month is 50,000 naira. People cried and complained until they now said, okay, let's meter the people. So prepaid meter would go a long way in solving some of these issues.
On Friday, I was in one big man's house, and no, Saturday, and APL official was in his house, and he was just shouting at the guy. What happened? But this guy is based in Lagos, but he comes to Abia maybe when he wants to do one meeting or the other. And then he visited for 2 weeks and returned back to Lagos. But by the time the bill came, guess how much? 700,000.
For 1 month.
No, he visited for 2 weeks.
Okay.
After the 2 weeks, he returned back to Lagos. He's not based in Abia,
Yeah.
per se, like, he travels. 2 weeks.
So,
The guy was just mad.
so he was billed
700,000 for the
naira.
2 weeks that he spent in Aba. So he was just shouting at them, what is this? I thought they should remove everything. It's better for him to be using diesel anytime
With
he's
that
around.
700,000 naira, you can buy even half
That's what
tanker.
the man was telling the guy, that I would rather be buying diesel. Remove it, remove it. 700,000 for 2 weeks. Is this same estimated? So the guy was screaming that he has paid them for 3 meters, 500 and something thousand. They have not brought it till today. And he's like, okay, you're delaying bringing my what you call
Prepaid
it? Prepaid
meters.
meter, and you're billing me 700,000 for 2 weeks that I visited. For what? So if you hear stories, one of his friends who visited was also sharing his own testimony. He has a hotel in Aba, I don't want to call the name. 9.5 million naira was his bill
A
monthly.
month.
9.5 million naira. The man go pay salary. He go do overhead cost. At the end of the month, how much is he making from the hotel? People wey go hotel for Aba now, they praise them.
Not just hotel, most businesses are really feeling the brunt. That is just the truth. And it goes beyond hotel owners. You know what our story was here
I know.
until we decided to help ourselves. That is just the truth. You practically walk from the first day of the month to the last day, and you pack all your money and give the distribution companies.
Hey.
The truth is, please, the distribution
Even when
companies
the light is not regular.
That is it. They should do well to make prepaid meters available to their customers. It would go a long way in solving some of these problems, if not all of them. Prepaid meters is the way to go. We'll take a break now. Don't adjust your radio. We'll be right back.
jiri obi ụtọ rie nri gị ya na Coca-Cola juru ezigbo oyi ma ị pụrụ inweta oke gị n'ime nde narị naira isii. Nke ahụ bụ nde mmadụ abụọ emere kwa ụbọchị tinyere ihe karịrị nde 50 n'ihe nrita kwa izu. Zụta naanị otu iko mkpụ plastik karama nke Coke, Fanta, Sprite maọbụ Schweppes iso na mmemme a. Skanị aka arụkodo dị n'elu mkpuchi ahụ maka ohere gị ịbụ onye nde mmadụ ma merie ihe nrita dị jụụ. Zụta, nyocha, chọta, merie. Usoro n'ọnọdụ na-emetụta dị ya.
Oh yeah, make una gather. Give me one person account number. Make I join off on money.
Okay, why now?
Make I pay transfer charges small. I beg you, I smart pass that one.
Okay, now smart cash smart people they use
Smart waiting.
Sure, smart cash. Diam. They know they charge you shishi.
Omo, not true.
Enjoy zero charge on all transactions with smart cash. Whether bank transfer, bill payment, or recharges, no be cho. Workings day. Download the smart cash app or dial *939# today. Smart cash na by Airtel.
Kamgbe 1960 anyị na-ewu ọtụtụ ihe karịa ụlọ akwụkwọ, anyị wuru mmepe ọha mmadụ, ọgụgụ isi na mmepe mba. Karịa ebe egwuregwu, anyị wuru ọchịchọ na mmetụta nke nnukwu mba. Nigeria emeela ya. Super Eagles emeriela Africa Cup of Nations. Kọta aka ọnụ, anyị na ụlọ wuru ihe ndabere echi gara aga na nke taa. Otu ọnụ, anyị ka ga-ewu ọbịa n'ihu. Lafarge, ndị otu Washin, karịa ịrụ ụlọ.
Stop. This is off. It still sounds good. It's so good, but it's not good enough. Can I get an Absol Malta, man? Being your best lives in the details. Again. Yeah, better, but still not your best. Being your best refines you. Aha, yes, that's it. Being your best is not just about dreaming about it. You also have to work towards it. Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Is it okay to make fun about it? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop, cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste, not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate.
When it's like a river, attended my way. When sorrows I see, billows roll.
The Luke Aliga family of Onishanenu Obingwa LGA of Abia State regrets to announce the passing of our beloved brother, uncle, father, grandfather, Ezeji Luke Aliga, aged 102 years. Burial arrangement as follows. Thursday, 9th of April 2026, 6 p.m. Christian Wake Keep at Luke Aliga's country home, Onishanenu Obingwa LGA of Abia State. Friday, 10th of April 2026, body leaves mortuary to his country home on Nishanenu in Obingwa LGA. 9 a.m. Body lies in state at his compound in Nenu Obingwa LGA. 10 a.m. Funeral service by the United Evangelical Church, UEC, Nenu Superintendency, Obingwa LGA. 1 p.m. Interment follows immediately. Reception at the same venue. Signed, Elder Raymond Mboroma Aliga, MON, son for the family.
The Eze Council, Unity Palace, Itu Ahiafuku Autonomous Community, Obingwa Local Government Area of Abia State, heartily welcome His Excellency Dr. Alex Choma Oti, OFR, the Executive Governor of Abia State, to the commissioning and dedication ceremony of St. Paul's Anglican Church, Itungwa. Date, Monday, 6th April 2026. Your Excellency, you are welcome. Ibialae. May God bless and keep you. Your second term in office is assured. Come 2027, we are solidly behind your ambition and re-election. Carry go. Chioma Ndiabia. This is signed by Elder Jonathan Egbelu, Traditional Prime Minister, Chief Edmond Nwanne for Council of Chiefs, and Elder B.C. Nwadike for Council of Elders, Azubike John, Youth President, Chijoke Obona for Village Chairman, Enyinaya Alozie for Village Heads, His Royal Highness Eze Engineer Sir Bid Onibu Mogugu, Eze Ohatu of Itu Ahiafoku Autonomous Community.
People and politics, providing the alternative voice within the democratic space.
All right, so today the Obedient Movement said they will not back down on their plan, nationwide protest against INEC, insisting that the demonstration will go ahead despite mounting pressure. The national coordinator of the Obedient Movement worldwide, Yunusa Tanko, gave the warning in an interview, maintaining that the group remained resolute in mobilizing supporters across the country. He, however, declined to comment on the exact date agreed for the demonstration for fear of further harassment and intimidation. He said what they demand for is that those in authority should do the right thing.
Well, protest is a guaranteed right as long as it is peaceful. We've started hearing about this would be Occupy INEC protest since last week, just after the INEC chairman made some pronouncements, or let me say INEC, not limit this to the INEC chairman, saying that they would not recognize any faction in the ADC. So it is obvious that members of the opposition political parties are mounting pressures from different quarters on INEC for them to revert that decision and remain neutral in their own words. As far as they are concerned, INEC is not neutral. That INEC is not independent. INEC is being used by the ruling party to foment trouble and ensure that no opposition party makes it to the ballot in 2027. Let's see how it goes. I'm aware the security agents would always tell you, if you want to protest, please inform us. Write to us so we can provide security. But this time around, members of the Obedience are saying, no, we won't let them know the dates. If we let them know, they would end up scuttling the protests. We'll take them unawares. Please, whatever it is you intend doing, let it be peaceful. That is the bottom line. If there is no peace, there will be no election, there will be no APC, there will be no ADC. That is the truth. So we should always have that at the back of our minds.
Interesting days ahead. You know, once elections are coming close, there will be drama upon drama. You go see, you go hear. So it's obvious that the music is warming up. Like the Obedience did mention, they need to protest that the right thing be done. But when the people you are protesting to already have their mind fixated on what they want to do, one begin to wonder, will the protest yield anything? But of course, we will not say because we are not confident it will yield something and sit down. No. We need to make them know that nobody owns this country. It's being owned by everybody. Everybody's a stakeholder. So it's important that they air their mind. But also, they were smart to say they will not mention the date. I'm sure they have a WhatsApp group where they will communicate the dates appropriate to the right people, and then they can now converge.
Okay, still talking politics. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has directed all resident electoral commissioners to suspend publicity and preparations for the planned nationwide voter revalidation exercise. The commission had earlier announced that the exercise would commence on April 13 as part of efforts to update the voter register ahead of the 2027 general elections. In a letter signed by its secretary, Rose Odero Anthony, INEC had initially instructed REX to begin necessary preparations, including mobilizing personnel and readying INEC voter enrollment devices. In a follow-up directive, INEC instructed all RECs to immediately suspend all publicity and logistical arrangements related to the voter revalidation exercise. The Commission expressed regret over any inconvenience caused by the sudden changes and assured stakeholders of its continued commitment to a smooth electoral process. Well, last week we did mention this in one of our programs, and I remember clearly stating that this was ill-timed, that it's beginning to appear that the ruling party was deploying all strategies to ensure that it wins the 2027 election. Right from the ADC Wahala, INEC waking up one morning to say because of a court order, we won't recognize any leadership in ADC. Then came this one that every voter in Nigeria, we're talking about millions, tens of millions of Nigerians, close to 100 million Nigerians, registered voters, and you want them to go revalidate their ability to vote between now and the election that is just by the corner. How long did it take us to get this number of voters?
God bless you.
We also
And
know what it is like for God to organize anything registration. People would wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, and at the end of the day, you hear no network, this and that, no power, no light. Only 10 persons would be attended to.
Yeah, right.
So it was obvious that this was going to cause more problems, not just for INEC, but for the electorate. At the point, people felt this was a strategy to disenfranchise Nigerians, that the government of the day did not want Nigerians to come out and vote in 2027 or in 2026. So I'm glad that the INEC management has allowed wisdom to prevail. If you're being accused of something, you cannot continue carrying out actions that would justify such accusations. Already there is this impression on the minds of many Nigerians that INEC is doing the biddings of the ruling party. If INEC had gone on with this, this would have also added to the list of actions that INEC had carried out, suggesting that it was working for the ruling party to remain in power. So I'm glad that the management has seen what millions of Nigerians saw and cried against this so-called revalidation. We can do this after the election. The last election was in 2023. INEC did not do any revalidation until a few months before a general election. It is questionable. It is suspicious, to say the least.
I think let's be clear. The revalidation process is not a bad thing. We're only concerned about the timing. If you see some of our brothers from the north, there are a lot of underage people who have PVCs. And the revalidation exercise may require you putting in your NIN, maybe. I'm just speaking aloud. Which means if you do not have a NIN, you cannot do revalidation, which means you're not up to 18 years. The revalidation is sweet, but our problem is timing. One, people are not so much aware. Apart from some of us on social media who have access to information, we do not. Some people do not know that there's any revalidation exercise. Three, you know how anything registration is for Nigerians. We will keep dragging our leg. And INEC is saying if you don't do that revalidation, you cannot even vote. So the timing is wrong. It's too short. That's why I think INEC may have sat down also to look at the process. But they said suspended. We don't know whether they will resume. But we hope that suspended means till after the elections, because that's scared to not work.
To other matters now.
Suspected terrorists yesterday attacked a Rico community in Kachia local government area of Kaduna State, targeting 2 Christian churches, killing at 7 people, abducting others. The incident, which occurred in the early hours of Sunday, threw the community into panic. The councillor representing Awan Ward under the Rico district, Mark Bawa, confirmed the attack through a phone conversation. According to him, affected churches are First Equa Church, St. Augustine Catholic Church. He added that poor communication coverage in the area may have added or allowed the attackers to carry out the assault without immediate response.
Well, the Nigerian army, shortly after that attack, released a statement saying that its troops, through a swift response, have successfully foiled a terrorist attack leading to the rescue of 31 civilians abducted during an Easter church service in Ariko village in Kachia local government area of Kaduna State. The swift response followed a distress call reporting the abduction of worshippers during an Easter service at an Ekwa church in the said village. The troops, on receipt of the information, promptly mobilized to the scene. With the support and guidance of members of the community, they advanced in pursuit of the fleeing terrorists and engaged the criminals in a fierce firefight, overwhelming them with superior firepower. The pressure mounted by the advancing troops forced the terrorists to abandon 31 hostages, including one injured victim who is currently receiving medical attention. Regrettably, the remains of 5 victims already killed by the terrorists were also recovered at the scene. The fleeing terrorists are believed to have sustained significant casualties, as evidenced by blood trails along their escape routes. So, another bloody Easter Sunday. Now, when people say there is a calculated, organized gang or terrorists behind the scene who are going after Christians, when the US president makes a post on social media to say that Christians are being killed in Nigeria, it is events like this that shape that opinion. First, it was Palm Sunday, the day being Easter Sunday. Not just Kaduna, Benue came under attack as we speak. We understand that almost 100 and something Nigerians have lost their lives. So what is going on? What is going on? That's the question that any right-thinking individual should ask. The president was in Jos last week saying it will not happen again. And we remember clearly stating it here on this platform that it should not just be mouthing words. If the president mouths and shouts and repeats it will not happen again 70 times, 77 times, without putting in the right measures in place, people will die. And true to it, just a few days later, Nigerians who were praising and worshiping God, they did not offend anybody.
Nobody
came under attack. Some were killed, some were taken into the bush. So it is obvious there is a system behind the scene that wants this crazy killing of innocent people to continue. As we speak, some communities in Nasarawa are running away. I want to believe some of you have seen the videos on social media. I wasn't born during the Civil War, but I saw videos coming out of Liberia and Sierra Leone during their Civil War. And what I saw, the videos coming out of Niger State and Nasarawa, is no different from what happened in Liberia and Sierra Leone. People being displaced from their ancestral lands. So for how long shall the government fold its hands and allow this madness to continue? If you do not want the people to arm themselves, the best you can do is provide security. I'm beginning to think, since it appears our security agents are overwhelmed, that when the government gets to a particular village, especially the vulnerable ones, how about picking some able-bodied youths in such villages and arming them? Because it appears that's the only way people can protect themselves. Otherwise, we are just sitting ducks, waiting for these people to come, kill those they could kill, and take others into the bush. But if they realize that people are armed just like them, they would think twice before coming.
I want to commend the Christian community in northern Nigeria. their faith is encouraging. Because the way people get killed every day in church, you would think that people will stop going to church in the north. But Christians are still going to the church. I think this is, I don't know the exact word to describe their courage in the midst of adversity. And I think that relevant authorities should also look at the way these people are showing courage and say, no, we won't allow you to be disappointed. Something really needs to be done. These guys are becoming audacious. Before they kidnap people, now they enter church. Like, make it make sense. As if this is a new trend. As if somebody is doing it to achieve something. Very sad, honestly. Right.
The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, has announced an indefinite nationwide strike beginning at 12 a.m. on Tuesday, April 7, over disputes with the federal government on the implementation of the revised professional allowance table. The decision was reached at the association's virtual extraordinary National Executive Council meeting held at the weekend. NAD President Shuaibu Ibrahim described the development as unfortunate, blaming the federal government for pushing doctors into another industrial action. Ibrahim said the government's plan to halt the implementation of the allowance structure, agreed upon after the 2025 strike, undermined trust and violated prior commitments. The revised package includes improved payment for call duty, shift allowances, rural postings, and other entitlements. NARD said delays had already shifted the rollout from January to February 2026 and alleged that plans to discontinue it by April triggered the strike decision. The association is demanding an immediate reversal of the policy, payment of outstanding promotion and salary arrears, settlement of 19 months unpaid professional allowances, and the release of the 2026 Medical Residency Training Fund. Okay, another sad one for the health sector. This should be like how many we've actually lost count since this administration came on board. How many times has NAD gone on strike to demand one thing or the other? Most times it boils down to the welfare of the resident doctors. If you visit a government hospital, you have an idea. You begin to understand the plight and the kind of pressure that some of these health workers work under, not just the doctors, even the nurses and other health workers. The manpower is so thin, it's been thin since people started jackpotting. Other parts of the world, they realize the importance of these health workers, offer them the best salaries, working environments, and what have you. Just last week, a video went viral of a student nurse complaining in Erugu, one of the primary health centers, how they deliver women without light, in darkness, nothing to work with, and what have you. So beyond salary, the environment is also nothing to write home about. And to think we'll have leaders who will spend millions, sometimes even billions of naira to go take care of their health in Europe, in other people's countries that they built themselves. They don't deem it fit to build their own country because they have the option of always flying out. The same people will tell you they've spent such amount of money to erect world-class hospital, but little mosquito bites, they cannot go to that world-class hospital to treat themselves. Well, let's go interactive. Let's hear from you. We have 0907 677 1029, 0916 988 1029. We're streaming live on facebook.com/MagicFMNG, Instagram at Magic FM Nigeria, YouTube Magic FM Aba. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Now, if the medical people are going on strike and those who are protecting APC and borrowing money, what do you think they're telling Nigerians? You see, it has come to a point where these obnoxious rules and guidance not enough for us. So those who are projecting APC should think twice. I'm not partisan. I'm a clergyman. I'm speaking from the pulpit, saying that they should change and desist from this obnoxious act. It's not helping us. Because what happened in 1983, I don't pray what happened. If they feel they have all the powers, nobody can periscope tomorrow. Thank you.
All right.
Ben, I want to say something. I don't know if you've observed it. When clergymen or some people who think they have some kind of moral ability call, they will say, I'm not a politician, but I'm saying that. Who says it is only politicians that have the exclusive right to talk about politics? Politics is about you and me. Politics is about how we are governed. Politics is about how we are led. So everybody should be interested, clergyman or not. Don't call and say, I'm not a politician, but I want to say,
Hello, good morning.
I've been talking now. Everybody has been talking politics. It is even begin from your own family there, your own home. There is politics in the church. We will read it in our
everywhere.
Huh? So, Ken Sakura is calling from Abbas House.
Go ahead. Your name and location.
I just said
okay.
Ken Sakura.
Go ahead with your points. We've gotten your name. Okay. Thank you.
Very well. Annie,
sir?
Let me tell you the truth. You see, as long as it behoves on the presidency, especially the president himself, the person to appoint the leadership of INEC, how credible do you think that kind of organization can be? How credible? I mean, Nigerians, we are there all this while they were doing electoral reforms and they all have to, they are all rejected or very conscious of what do you call it, electronic transfer. And they forgot that aspect where the president is the one who appoints our next chairman. And you think he will not do his bidding? Proceeding with the way Nigerian system is going, I don't think we have a direction in this country. I don't even think there is another road for us in the future. Let us all call a spade a spade. If this protest does not hold from obedient movement, if Nigeria does not rise up now and allow this election to allow this status quo to remain, talking about status quo, do you know that status quo has delivered by the courts? You want you people to give us an interpretation of the word status quo. Is it that the leadership should resort back to how it was before the advent of David Mark, or that as David Mark is now the leader of the DC, they should remain on the actual hearing and the termination of the case? What does the word status quo mean? Or did that make just awoke one day and say to give it a kangaroo interpretation after how many weeks of delivering the judgment? If you these people will make money, they are robbing this impunity in our faces, and think we are so helpless.
Is it not the same stone throw?
Yeah. The David of our time. Hello, good morning.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Happy to you all.
Wish you same.
My name is Apostle calling from Land. The president said it will not happen again. President, it don't happen. It don't happen. It they happen, it happen. Where you say, you just spend only 10 minutes in the airport, you let it not happen. It don't happen. And people are dying. They are killing people. It's not chicken though. This is killing human beings. They are killing human beings. Killing human beings in this particular country. The presidents that they are talking about 2027. I don't even blame them. The people I blame so much. The people we call our representatives, waiting for Senate, waiting for the House. But them blame. But them are waiting of them to come down here to say, I try to do that. I could not do it. They are the ones who are, because they are the ones who are making laws. They are defending us. They are representing us. They are all of everything. Our voice must count. Where is our voice counting? This something. You need everyone to come out. Let the police start to shooting us. Is it what they want? Is it what they want? If you come out to protest, they will start shooting, killing people. Is it what they want? Why not INEC do the needful? Openly, Jonathan, relax and do everything. They win Jonathan quietly, no problem. Why this one is still like this? Why this one is still like this? Everything they are trying to make sure they bring everybody down. It's very, very bad. And they are pushing it. They have been pushing us towards. We are waiting for them with 2 by 2. They will receive it. They will receive it this time.
Ugoeze Waka says prepaid meter is the only way out for every consumer, so you can manage your consumption. EEDC know this, and yet they derive joy giving people crazy estimations. Motive Nadoze Oji. Uma Electricity complains power is too expensive. Now they are facing what our residents have been going through for long. Uma Electricity is too expensive. Oh, okay, he repeated the message twice. Urumoki, from electricity to election matters, the stories are sad. Until Nigerians act in their own interests, they, Nigerians, will always be taken for granted. Chibuzo DMX Ekpemu, it is Christians in every country to rise up and defend themselves and not to wait for government. There should be more actions to this than condemnation all the time. Prevention is better than cure. Ebiwa Simonenyeji, when Tinubu addressed the people, he said they would not experience it again. Now what is happening in Benue, Katsina, Kaduna? Their own speech, they're different. Wagwi Manuel Simba, Wale Soyinka, Pastor Enoch, Reverend Kumuyi, who protested against the government of Jonathan. The very people are not speaking out about the instant killings of Nigeria in the north, where conscience go. You know, I think sometimes when I see these kind of messages, I feel people are not being realistic. Jonathan administration 2015, that's almost like 10 years. I think Pastor Adeboye walking to the altar. He is managing to walk because age has caught up with him. So you want him in that his condition, for example, I'm using him as an example now, to go and protest, especially way to climb altar, they assist him with hand.
And if he cannot walk, he should talk. That is just the truth.
And who says he has not been talking? Do you listen to his
most
messages?
of them were very vocal under a good luck Jonathan. And today they have lost their voice. We understand that age has caught up with some of them. They may not be able to walk, but they can talk and they preach every other Sunday.
Then
they are not talking the way they used to talk under a good luck Jonathan.
Responding to said they should protest.
Okay.
I am replying him based on what he wrote. And I'm saying that while you are asking them to protest, be reasonable, because some of them age have caught up with them. And then I use that Adeboye as an example. This is in response to his question or comment.
Well, protest can come in many forms, not just physically. You can protest with your voice. That is the point I'm also... That is just the truth.
Abum Dani Akpokiri is writing from Obo Hill. He said the killings going on in the central north is an indication that these bandits have almost conquered the entire nation, that the people of the central north stand against these jihadists. Unique says gradually the killing of innocent people is becoming a norm. All the government can do is to condemn and not make any effort to stop the act. Namde Zimora says the best solution to high cost of electricity is the fixing of prepaid. Yeah, I agree with you. Mazi Zubi Madueke, gentlemen, Umuahia residents lamenting high cost of electricity is unfortunate. We hope our governor in his usual ways will come to the rescue of his people. Okonamdi is writing from Labor Line, Afigo. Spending billions of dollars just to have steady power supply in Aso Rock. Why can't he do it to Nigerians? Ifeanyi Nwachukwu says Governor Alex Oti should look into the electricity issues. The high cost of electricity is taking a toll on businesses, especially people who work with electricity. Honestly, I don't know. There is a burial I'm attending this week. The lady did my dress. No any style, you know how burial clothes is, no design, no nothing. She 12,000 naira. So I said, sis, just this burial cloth,
and
no
the material,
design, nothing.
The material itself is not even up to 12,000
God bless
naira.
you. Now they even dash me, and the burial people dash me. So I didn't even buy. And when I saw 12,000, then it just dawned on me that maybe she has added her fuel money, money for this, money for that. So you can imagine, hey, I feel for private sector. Honestly, I feel for them. Because the consumer will always complain, it's too expensive, but they have to make profit. That's why they're in business.
Okay, let's see if we can take one or two comments from WhatsApp platform. Onyedikachi from Omonkama Road, APL builds our 3 self-con building 103,000 naira monthly, so that when they bring prepaid meter, all the estimated areas we transfer to the meter, we are finished.
Wait. It's 3-bedroom, right?
No, self-con.
No.
3-bedroom self-con. Okay,
meaning bedroom and parlor.
Yes.
103.
3 self-con building. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Chibuike Okata, okay, cinematographer and editor based in Aba. All right, Chibuike, thank you. This is not what we can take now. Oh, we have to go and let's pay some bills. When we're done with that, we'll be speaking with the Abia APC Publicity Secretary, Chief Uche Aguero. Stay with us.
When 1960, anyị na-ewu ọtụtụ ihe ma karịa ụzọ natara anyị wulitere ọchịchọ na olileanya iji jikọ agbata oke mpaghara niile.
Nwanne na-agbaghị asụsụ anyị niile na-asụ jollof rice.
Karịa ụlọ, anyị wuru ezinụlọ siri ike na mkpakọrịta ka ukwuu. Kọta aka ọnụ, anyị n'ụlọ wuru ihe ndabere echi gara aga na nke taa. Otu ọnụ, anyị ka ga-ewu ọbịa n'ihu.
Finally.
Finally what?
I've been trying to reach your phone for days.
Oh, so sorry. Telecommunication services have been very poor in my area lately. Some hoodlums vandalized the telecoms masts around here.
They tried it in my area, but guess what? Our people now protect the mast as if our lives depend on it.
Wise move. I must tell my husband to raise the issue at a community meeting so that we too can protect all our telecom masts.
Exactly. You see, when telecom masts and fiber cables are destroyed, every area of our life, from education to healthcare to banking operations and the entire economy, is affected. Vandalizing telecommunications infrastructure harms everyone. Dial 622 from any network or send an email to protect@ncc.gov.ng to report suspected cases of vandalism. This message is brought to you by mobile network operators and towercos in collaboration with the Nigerian Communications Commission.
Ferrobin iron and care, the good for your body,
Wake up, feel strong, feel free with Ferrobin, iron for you and me. Ferrobin is a product of Feedsin Healthcare PLC, available in pharmacies nationwide. Ferrobin, the ideal blood builder.
As a nation, we have long ago decided to march beyond the dimness of night into open day of renewed national hope.
Abia, the time for progress is now. A time to reflect on leadership. A time to highlight results. A time to strengthen the vision of renewed hope.
President Tinubu is a man who loves the people of the Southeast.
From Abuja to Abia, the story of transformation continues under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a government focused on reform, growth, and national development.
We were very clear with the Nigerian people when the decision was made. It will bring discomfort temporarily, but the long term is what we are promising. We decided to also involve intervention mechanism in dealing with some of the hardship that the people undergo.
Now, there is a platform to discuss it all. Welcome to Abia Progressives Are, a bold political program mobilizing support for the Progressives Congress, showcasing achievements and engaging the people.
The numbers, the indices, and the stats are favorable to the economic reform that we have introduced. Our foreign results increased substantially. Our net import dependency went down. Our export production capacity has gone up. Our naira is strengthened. We have provided opportunities for families who could not afford to send their kids to school to access grant and go and have their education.
Policy, progress, politics, the future of Abia State. Every Monday, 10 a.m. only on Magic FM. Abia Progressives Are, the voice of leadership, the sound of progress.
Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the second part of the show. Joining us virtually, the Publicity Secretary of the ruling APC, Mr. Uche Agboru. Thank you, Uche, for joining us.
Thank you, and I'm happy to have you.
Okay, I understand you're also a High Chief. So let me add that title to your name this morning. Let the conversation this way. High Chief Agboru. We understand, I want to believe you've been putting a tab of police developments all over Nigeria. Now, last week, ADC accused your party, APC, and President Bola Tinubu of being the brain behind the problem they are currently having with INEC. Would like to get your reaction to that position from the ADC.
Okay, so thank you, man. You see, we are in a political system, and you expect anything and everything from politicians. You know. I've also had it myself that they had my accusing the other day. I watched the ADC, so let me use former ADC. In fact, it was never an ADC chairman. So I could go behind the former general, you know, and the former Senate president, you know, who happens to impose himself as the SDC, looking himself as the ADC chairman. But the challenge now is ADC has a constitution. The question to ask, did they follow the constitution? My brother, both of us knows that you cannot come into a party by today and the next morning you become the party chairman. I mean, you can check it very properly. Now, inside the constitution says you have to be 2 years in the party before you can even assume the role of a party executive at the national level and at the state level 1 year. How is it now the Fourth Global or APC that somebody jump from another political party come and assume the leadership of the ADC? How is it now the problem of or the making of Bola Tinubu or the APC that somebody chose to abridge the constitution of the party, you know, to assume leadership of a political party was never part of? How is it now the making of the chair of Bola Tinubu or APC that the former chairman, the rightful chairman of the party, now came out to say, my signature was touched. I never consented to hand over the party to David Mark or anybody like itself as the chairman of the ADC. So how is it? That's what I wanted to find out. A question for David Mark, who came out to say all manner of things against the president and the APC of being behind their problem. I listened to the INEC chairman, his position on this matter, and how he tried to explain it verbatim, that they are simply obeying the orders of the court. There were several court judgments, court orders, you know, as that same position of the APC chairman. And all they had to do is to rely on the judgment of the court to say everybody return to status quo. Let us begin to solve the problem from there. How is that the making of President Tinubu? This is where I get lost when politicians begin to accuse each other of certain things, and in most cases, they created themselves. You cannot just go against the constitution of a particular organization to impose yourself as a leader and then turn around to blame someone else for the rules. Remember that we should be a law-abiding people. If we say that we want to make things right, we should start by obeying the laws of our own organizations. That's my take on that.
Okay, let's still from the same ADC. They are calling for the resignation of the INEC chairman. The party believes that the INEC boss is already compromised. What are your thoughts?
If I go by history, go by history of this country, every INEC chairman or NEC chairman, as the case may be, because dating back to before 1999, before the present democracy we are doing now, we started in 1999. Parties have always called for the resignation of the man at the helm of affairs of the electoral body. It's a natural. It's in fact it's always it's a norm. It can become a norm in the society that when you are losing or when you think you are losing out on the political chessboard, you begin to call for the resignation of the man in charge. It is just that is simply what I call defeatist mentality. You know, they want to see if they can intimidate the INEC chairman into giving up. You know, but this type of INEC chairman I'm seeing here is not the type that who will give up easily. Because one, look at the man's background. He's grounded in law. He understands the law. You know, he is an authority in law. So he understands what he's doing. He understands legal procedures. He understands legal processes. I wish you followed him on an interview he had in one of the national televisions. You would have understood clearly the position he took and he's still taken as the ADC matter. He's just as fair can be on that issue.
Okay, can we come home now in Abia State? Last week we saw some, I don't know what to call it, conversations in the Abia social media space. We saw things like Ben is coming, it is time, the time is now, Ben for the job, Ben is the best. Like, we have not heard of any official declaration from the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu, but we've seen supporters of your party saying things in that regard. Is there something we don't know?
You know that APC is the biggest party, not just in Nigeria, but in Abia today. We have the biggest followership, the biggest grassroots appeal, and is the best, is the most sought after brand. So everybody in APC today, everybody in Abia today is looking forward to the next move, you know, coming from the APC, because whatever our next political move is, it determines, it defines, you know, what every other political party will do. So, of recent, just last week, the rumor filtered in that the Deputy Speaker is going to contest, you know, just like other people who also want to aspire under the political platform of the APC, knowing fully well that APC is going to take over the reins of government of the states come 2027. Now, that caused a frenzy within the political space. everybody started running up and down. The Labour Party, the faction of the Labour Party became unsettled. The Abia State government became highly irritated. They are running up and down. Even one of them had to rush to Abuja to go and seek the consent with the chief of staff, to the president, and tell them, I'm joining. I want to listen and run under the platform of the APC. And they told him, no, that opportunity is gone forever. So the deputy governor has not even formally declared. I'm a party man. I've seen some of our aspirants who has come to the party, like someone like Mascot Kalu has come to the party to officially declare his position and tell us that he's gunning for the top seat in the state. There are still others that are still Henrico. There are still others who also want to contest the governorship of the state under the political platform of the APC. The deputy governor has not, the deputy speaker has not even anything, and the entire political space is in disarray. The entire political space, now that comes to define the popularity he enjoys in the states. I wanted to get that clear. That puts a clear definition on the popularity he enjoys across the states. Everybody is waiting for him and waiting for the APC to make a move so as to define the political direction of the states. So it's expected for a party that enjoys the popularity, the acceptability, and the love of Abians. So it's like Ben just sneezed from his office in Abuja, and the party here is catching cold. The leadership of the state here is catching cold. Everybody is sitting in his pants simply because somebody somewhere, has not even spoken up. Somebody that's a rumor filtered in that somebody somewhere wants to contest. Everybody, the whole state, awkward everywhere. The whole state caught fire. The hidden for faction of the Labour Party is in total confusion now because then the rumor filtered in. So then imagine what will happen when Ben comes to declare officially, which he will also do, in due course.
Wow. I see how that is exciting you because you kept laughing and laughing.
And that's why I'm laughing. Why I'm laughing is the reaction of the Labour Party. The way they are reacting to something that has not even come into somebody has not even officially total confusion. They are totally dazed over a rumor. Now imagine what will happen when that person now officially declares. Imagine what will happen. Isn't it funny?
Okay. Last week, the president did say something some time ago before I talk about what transpired last week. That's when the opposition parties are having difficulties. He's smiling and laughing. And so you don't expect him to go intervene in their own crisis. So I believe you're just like the president once laughed. In his words, who should be in a sinking ship when there is a ship that is stable? Okay. Hi, Chief Abuero. This one is really sweeting you well this morning.
I tell you, my brother.
Okay. Let's move on to
that is filtered out. Feeling that there is contesting. I've just had. I'm enjoying myself.
Okay, let's move on to other matters this morning. Last week, the state government did release a statement through Ferdinand Ekoma, who is one of the spokespersons to the governor. And in that statement, the government alleged that certain persons were planning to stage the violent protests in Abia State to paint the governor in bad light with a hashtag Tinubu they walk, Oti they chop. Those were the words Ferdinand Ekoma used. But the state government stopped short of mentioning any party. Hours later, we saw your party reacting to that statement as if your name was mentioned. Why did your party react the way it did to that statement?
Well, you're not the only opposition party in Abia.
Okay, exactly. The issue is very clear. They said opposition parties, and APC is the leading opposition party in the states. Also note, they also mentioned Tinubu their work, Oti their job. That's their coinage. I want to tell you something very clear. Shortly afterwards, we saw a skit from one of their hired skit makers. They have series of them, but almost all the skit makers in Abia is in their payroll. So stating that anybody who wants to contest this thing, they will kill him and all that. That's the literal interpretation of that skit they released. So, and then you don't expect a responsible political party, a formidable political party like the APC in Nigeria to fold their hands and keep quiet while the Abia state government is trying to create.
Hello? Okay, it appears we've lost connection with okay.
No, can you hear me now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Hello.
We can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
What I'm simply trying to do is to create a scenario. Can you hear me now, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Yes. What I'm simply trying to do is to create a scenario. Yes. What I'm trying to create a scenario that some people are trying to foment trouble in the states, that some people are trying to cause chaos in the states, when actually they are the ones trying to create problem. When actually they're the ones formulating all this things, they're the ones creating all these things on their own, just to hit up the policy and to attract sympathy from the people. That's their political game.
So you were saying that the APC is not sponsoring any protests?
There is nothing like that. APC, at least I'm sponsored of APC by the grace of God. If anything that's going to happen within the APC, I should be aware. If nobody else is not aware, I should be aware. Because I'm the one who's going to defend, or I should be the one who's going to present it to the public. That is, APC has no hand. We are busy. We have been busy in Abuja. That what we are doing in Abuja. You understand? No. That for a state government who is jittery over the popularity of the APC, who is jittery, who knows that very well they are going to exit the government house, though they are not even occupying the government house at the moment. They are operating from their private residence in Imbosse. That APC is coming to take over the reins of governance, in Umaya, come 2027. They have seen the handwriting of the world. They know that their tenure is expired come May 2027. That is why they are all creating these scenes to make it look as if that is an issue, that is something that some people are trying to create conflict. No, they should not be deceived. Nobody is creating any confusion. They are the ones who are creating these issues around themselves. They are the ones who want to who are hitting up the polity. You saw the skit they released. You saw the skit. Everybody saw the skit they released. A very violent skit. What were the intentions? Why did they use that skit? And everything is happening within the same time. Just let us calculate it. Everything happening within the same time. The Ferdinand Ekoma released a press release in the morning stating that some people are trying to create to protest and all that. The next day, they release a skit, a very violent skit.
The same Ferdinand you mentioned. The same Ferdinand you mentioned.
To the point of fatality.
Okay.
Sorry?
Mr. Uche Agoru, the same Ferdinand you mentioned, did respond to say, yes, Ferdinand has denied, so true, they did not sponsor those skit makers.
Hello?
Sir? You see, want to become consistent with this government. One thing that has become consistent with this government is lies and deliberate falsehood, deceit. That is one thing that has become very, very consistent with this government. I will show you a video. I will send the video to you, where the state governor Alex Oti, is asking the same skit maker that Ferdinand Dekoma claims not to know. The governor was asking the skit maker, did you read the message I sent to you? The governor was asking the skit maker that has been releasing violent videos in support of the state government. That shows you, even I won't be wrong if I tell you that the governor is the one writing the script for this skit maker. I will be correct to tell you that it is Governor Alex Oti that is writing the script, for this skit maker. If not for that, I don't know what is the message. What the message is sending to this skit maker, who promotes violence, in support of the state government. I don't know the message that the governor is sending to him, that he has to openly publicly ask him, did you receive my message? And this other person, the spokesperson, is denying the obvious, something that is on video. So insiders there are in their best of deceit, or that he is not even attuned with the situation, with what's happening in the states. He lacks knowledge of what's happening around his government, a government that is the spokesperson. He lacks knowledge of what's happening around that government. So this is what I think every reasonable person has to make of it. The governor asked the skit maker, have you received the message I sent to you? So what are those messages that the governor is sending to a skit maker? That the spokesman is denying that the government does not know the skit maker. Am I missing something here? What is happening in this state? I know that yes, this government as a government that thrives on deliberate falsehood, deceit, lies. But coming to deny the obvious before the public is very, very troubling and worrisome situation. That shows the type of integrity, the type of people that is running, integrity of people that's running the government. That will tell you that these people are only out for one thing, deceit and lies. They don't care about what you think, they don't care about the psychology of the people that are governing. All they care about is to dish out their falsehood, their propaganda. Pay all the skip makers. They paid all the skip makers in Nigeria on the payroll of Agricultural government. I have my facts. I have my information. I have my intel.
All the skit makers in Nigeria.
This government. But I am telling you for sure. If you want to make money today, leave that studio. Go and start skits. Go and start skit making. I'm assuring you, in the next 2 weeks, the government will patronize you. The government will patronize you. It's the surest route to making money out of the government. You become a skit maker to propagate the image of the government. To begin to tell lies and can't you see how skit makers are? When they have an event, go and check. In every event they have, you have not less than 20 or 30 skit makers in that circle at once. Well, check. Is it not there?
All right.
So this is the type of thing we are seeing with this government in the states today. They will come out there, they will go and foment. Look at what they did recently. They come out, they say that better planning. I called the director of DSS in the state to find out if there is any such thing. He said they have no such intel. The commissioner of police, the commissioner of police of the state said they have no such intel. So where did they get the intelligence? When the security agency does not have the same intelligence, where did they get the intelligence from? So that will tell you the character of the government we are under in Niger State.
Maybe we should go on a quick break, right? We'll take a quick break, Uche. When we return, you were consistent in the last 15 minutes. You kept saying we're taking over the government house or taking over the government house. We want to know what is giving you morale.
Exactly.
Just catch some quick breath. We'll be back shortly.
Stop. That biz is off. It still sounds good. It's good, but it's not good enough. Can I get an Amstel Malta, man?
Being your best lives in the details. Again. Yeah, better, but still not your best. Being your best refines you. Aha, yes, that's it. Being your best is not just about dreaming about it. You also have to work towards it. Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Is it okay to make fun of our teeth? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste, not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate.
With Dara, it's glow. She stays strong and serene.
For energy, for balance, for I am a Daravit woman.
As a nation, we have long ago decided to march beyond the dimness of night into open day of renewed national hope.
Abia, the time for progress is now. A time to reflect on leadership. A time to highlight results. A time to strengthen the vision of renewed hope.
President Tinubu is a man who loves the people of the Southeast.
From Abuja to Abia, the story of transformation continues under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a government focused on reform, growth, and national development.
We were very clear with the Nigerian people when the decision was made. It will be temporarily, but the long term is what we are promising. We decided to also involve intervention mechanism in dealing with some of the hardship that the people undergo.
Now, there is a platform to discuss it all. Welcome to Abia Progressives Are, a bold political program mobilizing support for the All Progressives Congress, showcasing achievements and engaging the people.
The numbers, the indices, and the stats are favorable to the economic reform that we have introduced. Our foreign reserve has increased. Our net import dependency went down. Our export production capacity has gone up. Our naira is strengthened. We have provided opportunities for families who could not afford to send their kids to school to access and go and have their education.
Policy, progress, politics, the future of Abia State. Every Monday, 10 a.m. on Magic FM. Abia Progressives Are the voice of leadership, the sound of progress.
All right, thank you so much, people, for sharing your time. This is Abia Progressive Hour, and we've been talking to the public of APC, Uche Agboru. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you, Anas.
So before we went on the break, you were consistent in saying that the APC is going to occupy the government house in 2027. What are you saying?
It's, Anas, whenever I tell you that the APC is going to occupy the government house in Mumbai, which is unoccupied at the moment, I said that with every level of assurance. has said that the level of responsibility. Abians have come to embrace the APC like never before. APC is now a united front like we never had it before. APC parades an area of the most intelligent politicians, most experienced politicians, most formidable politicians, grassroots politicians. All of them are in APC. How does it take? What does it take to win an election? It takes politics to win an election. APC is the most studied. So the APC are the most studied when it comes to politicking and politics. We will deliver. APC has come to be loved across boards in Abia. In every unit, polling units in Abia. I mean, polling units to what? To AGM, down to states. APC has taken over every stage of politics in Abia State. So what stops us from taking over the government house, which is unoccupied at the moment?
So are you in any way dismissing Alex Otis' popularity?
Does he even have a platform? You contest election through a platform. Does Alex Otis have a platform to contest election come 2027? That is the question.
They are working on it.
Question.
They are working on it through the tribunal. The courts, I beg your pardon.
Let them continue to work our way into the government house. They will continue to work. I hope you know that the primary starts sometime in the next 22 days or thereabout.
Yes,
I hope you're aware.
Yes, sir.
I don't even know something today. Then their case is still at the High Court, or was it appeal court? They have not gone to the Supreme, because that case was terminated at the Supreme Court. They have not gone to the Supreme, and there's somebody who is not sure. If he's sure, what did he run to Abuja to go and beg to join APC back? Because he knows he has lost it. He knows that that's why he had to run to Abuja to beg. Please accept me back. Accept me back. I want to have a platform I want to use a platform to run for governorship. We are not looking for people who spread the deception. We are looking for characters who can change the leadership, the governance narrative in the state. We are looking for people who can use the Abia money for Abians. We are looking for leaders who has the welfare and interest of the people at heart, and not those who will grow their private investments, with the people's money, while the people are suffering. That's not the part we want in our party. Even though a political party is where everybody can walk in and walk out, but we are looking for credible characters, who will have the interest of the people at heart above personal interest. Who will be citizens who will serve the people, and not people who are not those who will elect the people to serve them. Leaders who will interact with the people, and not those who will be running idea like their boardroom. They are the type of people we want. Not such characters. We don't need them.
Okay.
Idea APC today has all it takes. In fact, we have everything in place. Everything in place to take over the government in the states, and that we are going to realize that in 2027, May 29th. An APC governor will be sworn in Abia State come May 29th, 2027. There is no compromise. A very moment. That strategy can have it.
Okay, are you saying
nothing is going to stop us from taking over the governorship of the state come 2027? Nothing.
Are you saying if the governor decides to join APC today, that door has been closed forever?
We have finished our congresses from the ward to the national. We are done with that. And it was ratified at our national convention that we had in Ego Square, Abuja. All the processes were finally ratified. And that is done. You know that politics is about structure. So the structure of Abia APC has been concluded. It has been concluded from the ward to the national.
Well, Mr. Aguero, I actually asked that question because if you take a look at other states, for instance, even as at last week, as recent as last week, we saw some governors also making moves, some members of the National Assembly leaving their parties, carpeting from one party to another. So we understand your congresses have been concluded, but in politics, anything can still happen. Getting a sitting governor is a big deal in Nigerian politics, isn't it?
I agree. I agree. Huh? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Yes, I agree that there are still people who are joining the party. I'm aware that those who also are joining the party before now, before you saw or before you heard the pronouncement on the floor of the Assembly, they have concluded the arrangements, and they were maybe part of the processes that led to the emergence of their structure at the home front. Because for someone who was not even a person, who does not have any hand whatsoever, in the making of a story, I don't know what to benefit from it. It's difficult. The hours are very late. It's late in the day. Now, if you say you are going to join the political, yes, you are free. Come in. But you'll be part of our primaries. You must conduct it. People are have already declared interest in running for the governorship. So we are going to hold a primary election for you. If you merit it, if you think that you are popular, if you think that the people are aligned with what you are doing in there, come and join. We run the primaries for you. If you win, you fly our flag. No, it's a challenge.
That one is a trap.
If you are convinced, that you are popular enough, understand? Come, join us. Platform. Good interest on that platform.
Yes, go ahead.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Because APC is I understand why everybody is jostling to join the APC. I understand even why the governor is trying to force himself to say, pleading and begging. He has been begging, has gone around, has used several sources to see it had been accepted. The point is clear. Our demands are very clear. We're not shutting the door on anybody. But like I told you, we have concluded our congresses. We are headed for the government house in Umaya. So if you want to join, you are welcome to the party. Stop going through the back door to come and see, negotiate. No, we passed that stage. The APC in Abia today is very formidable. We are very, very formidable. So going through the back door to go and negotiate and beg and plead to come in, it's not. Talk to the leadership here. Talk to us here. We give our conditions, and when that is done, he already knows the results. That's why he's trying to see what he can do. In fact, he's a standard politician. As we speak, he's a very standard politician. He's one of the most standard governors that we have now. In the nation. He's not even sure of his position, whether he can run in the next election or not. He doesn't have a platform now. That's the challenge he's having.
Well, you may not know if he's secretly reaching out to other parties, so you don't know his strategy.
I know that secretly reaching out. I know. We have all the intel. We know the last move he made on Friday. We have all the intel of what has been doing, where he has been going to, who has been talking to, how he has been pleading to join and fly. But to get in condition, we are going to run primaries with other aspirants.
It's like
we are not running a one-man show.
Uche, the way you're sounding, it appears you guys are spying on Governor Alex Otti.
We are not spying on anybody. You see, in politics, and let me give you a little in politics. You see, what cannot say publicly or do publicly, don't do it privately in politics. Anything you cannot say publicly, you cannot stand now and say publicly or do publicly. You know, don't ever try to do it privately or say it privately. Because you are good as you are telling the whole world. It's better that you come on Magic FM to announce than going into the room to say, I want to do that. I want to do. No! What is the do that way? Understand? So all he's doing, all his moves, whatever he does, the jets he used, everything, timing with the details. Those he goes to meet. You still return back to tell us this your man came here. Look at what he said. Look at what he's offering. And look at what you told him.
Hell, APC.
Just no emotion was fine.
All right. You've been talking to the publicity secretary of the ruling APC, Uche Agboru, and Uche is consistent in saying that the governor, Alex, will be rejected at the coming polls. And that's the next question. It's what do you think he's doing that will get Gambians provoked not to vote for him in the coming elections? What is he not doing right?
You see, as a government, both of course, if you journalists, you have your ears on the ground, go and interview any civil servant. They will tell you that what we have now as governors, their welfare, that they're not even being paid 70,000 naira minimum wage. A governor that has not been able to pay 70,000 naira minimum wage, the only government in the nation that has not paid 70,000 naira minimum wage, you know, as prescribed by the federal government. And that's why subsidies were removed, so as to accommodate all those welfare of the people, larger populace, as again what we have before, where a particular set of people using of subsidy is enjoying the common patrimony of the whole nation. But now, under Tinubu said, no, let's remove the subsidy and liberalize the funds so that the common man on the street will have the effect, you know, of this our oil money. So that things will be done in such a way that you're not only making millionaires, you know, every single month on the section of the people while the larger populace are suffering. That's the essence of subsidy removal. And we are feeling the effect. But today, somebody somewhere sat down and decided to shortchange not just public, not just the civil servants, and also the retirees. You sat down in your house, conjured up a letter, gave retirees to go and sign after subjecting them to several hours of torture and hunger, waiting for you. People who are old enough to be your father. You kept them waiting for and gave them an agreement written by you and your lawyers, without giving them the opportunity to go home and study, or you have their legal representatives study for them to respond. You insisted that they must sign it and then, that if they don't sign it now, they want to start paying immediately. Out of hunger, old men of 80s, 70s, who have stayed hungry for some of them, their medications are due, they couldn't take it. They just have to sign. It's just like somebody signing out anything under gunpoint. Only for you to come back and say it is final, that you cannot change it. They are committed to the agreement. Which agreement? That's wickedness. That's wickedness. They did not concede to any agreement. You forced them into signing that agreement. And this is the same government that you say that they interdict with. It's not possible. You know that the welfare of the people has become challenging. All through the period that, okay, just like now, that because of the global crisis, you know, in the oil prices, some states are giving civil servants, you know, some reliefs here and there in terms of adding funds, their salaries and all that, and allowances and all that, to make sure that the effect of this hike is crucial. Because we know the salaries are. But in India, nothing like that. No such thing. Rather, to subject them to endless examination, endless as if they are secondary school students sitting for NECO. The last examination they had, it undergoes on one point. Has ever seen where you deploy military personnel to supervise exams on one point? Have you ever seen that? It's only happening in Nigeria. Of the people that are governing. With freedom, you know, and all that, and you know, it's quite disheartening. It's quite the way this government is treating the people. It's not being fair to the people that are governing. We have enough to go around. Why appropriate to yourself alone? Let these people have a feeling of this morning that the federal government is releasing. That's all we are talking about. Well, look at our government system. In terms of local government administration. And every local government in Nigeria, they receive nothing less than 500 to 0 million naira monthly. And then you hand over to him 6 million naira to take care of himself. And you appropriate the rest to yourself. No explanation, nothing. I was in Enugu, we were in Enugu Women Fraternal Convention. We saw local government chairmen sharing experiences with us. Some of them are building roads. They are tiny roads. Building hospitals. Building a massive infrastructure here and there. But tonight, what do we have? What do we have today? We have local government chairman who cannot even on his own feed his family. Doctors of doing infrastructure. That's what you have in Abia. Hey, you tell you are building road, what road are you building? A government that is building the costliest road in the world with 6 billion naira per kilo, 6 or something billion naira. Where in the world has such a road been built? Where in the world? No bridges, no challenging terrain, doing a kilometer of road for 6 billion naira. And they're celebrating it on social media. Hiring skit makers to promote it, arranging parties on the street of Aba, you know, for people to come and clap for you and they dance on the street. This is very, very selfish and self-serving government we are running in this state. And I've heard this have said this government cannot better to have a feel of what's coming to the state. That is the problem. What are we saying? What we're saying, we have been consistent in our demand. Please tell the people the truth. The work you did, tell people them. The work the federal government is doing, tell that the federal government is doing them. You cannot claim to be the one who built Port Harcourt Road when the federal government funded it. You cannot claim to be the one who is doing the Kotoka Road when the federal government is funding it. You cannot claim to be the one who is doing Onimo to Tower Road when the federal government is funding it. You cannot claim to be the one who is doing the medical government when the federal government is funding it. This is deception. We're running a government of deception. We're running a government of lies. We're running a government that prioritizes over the welfare of the people. That is what you are seeing.
All right.
But I don't know how you think that the IBS will talk to the government come 2027.
Okay, Mr. Aguero, we'll get into the end of the program, but before we go, let's talk about your party, the contestants. So far, or aspirants, so far, only a member of your party has officially declared. But we also understand that there's a mounting pressure on the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, for him to officially declare. Would like you to speak to that. Is anything like that happening within your party? We understand youth groups wanting to fly the flag of party in the 2027 governorship election or 2026 governorship election.
Yes, I've seen some reports in the media, where not just the youth group, a lot of groups have gone to the deputy governor to ask him, calling on him to come and rescue the state from the grip of these self-governments. The reports are out there in the media. We're not surprised. It's not just the person, it's not just the only person. You know that in his own is louder because of his consistency in asking the state government to do better. Or maybe the office he occupies. Or maybe the position he holds in the party as the leader of the party. We also have other aspirants, who are also in the race. But the truth is, that shows you that Abia APC is the choice bride of the people. For the people to come out and begin to go to the deputy speaker to ask him to come and contest, people to wake up from their houses, from different places, leave their businesses, and go to plead that persons that tells you that the party is loved, that tells you that the party is accepted, that tells you that we have credible candidates who can do better than what we have at the moment. So for us, as a member of the party and as the spokesman of the party, in a place to align with just one person, or support anybody. No. As a party, we are open to all aspirants. We do conduct a very credible, fair process. At the end of the day, when our candidate will emerge to be a candidate, every other Abian will have no option than to support and follow.
All right, please give us your last take in 2 minutes. I'll go just summarize.
On the government, my last word on this is Abians give to the APC. Be sure that APC is going to give you the government you deserve. Thank you very much, Announce.
All right, thank you so much. Publicity Secretary of the ruling APC, Uche Agworo, has been speaking with us in the last 3 minutes and has been sharing his thoughts about what he thinks about developments in Abia and, according to him, the takeover plan by his party in 2027. So thank you, people, for sharing your time with us. We'll do this again next Monday. Have a pleasant day. My name is Anastasia Odochi Uchenya.
My name is Ben Wato. Thank you for being part of Abia Progressives. Do well to join us Monday for a fresh edition. Have yourself a great Easter Monday.
This song is dedicated to my beautiful mama, Mrs. Blessing Ogipe. From a son, Engineer Torres. Sure. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, Mrs. Blessing Ogipe. We celebrate you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Mrs. Blessing Ogipe. God bless you. My sweet mother, Mrs. Blessing Ogipe. Wani yomo. Nyoma chuputara na yonayo. Mrs. Blessing Ogipe. Aine keleki. All the sacrifices you made for me. You carried us through the storm and rain. You wiped away every pain. Strong woman, full of grace. Heaven's light is on your face. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.